hopefully first.
Let's jump on board with Kolga from NXG Rapids. This is the captain of the team, I believe, and he's someone with the experience, the veteran kind of the Italian scene, along with his teammate Power. Jumping on board with Kolga right now, he's using the SM1 and he's coming up against two opponents. Don't think he's going to make out the first, but he's really got the cutoffs there well.
You know, that Sentinel team, they have such an advantage off the spawn. If they're able to take that middle hill, really the only place that the Atlas team can come from is that green plat area. Peebo on your screen, he's not going to be able to pick up one, but Kolga in the hill doing some work. He's going to get taken out as well. Power, he's going to try and take one out, but so much action in this middle hill. I think if you can just split some time, you're okay with that, but VFL.Allstars from the disadvantageous side coming out hot here with a 12-0 lead so far.
Yeah, what I like to see that VFL have really done, they've rotated, they've made NXG actually spawn down that kind of small ice tunnel, if you like, which has really got them, well, 12-0 at the moment. It's going into a rotation kind of period at this point with only 9 seconds left to go. It's not going to be a great lead, but it is something going into the second point. As you can see, Kolga from the NXG guys here are already set up on point number 2.
That was a perfect rotation by Kolga. I wanted to jump on board with him because I saw as soon as he spawned snow, he immediately knew, you know, not enough time to contest that hard point. He's just going to go straight for that next one. But he is going to be taken out. And VFL.Allstars doing a really good job of breaking hills. It's so difficult, you know, at this level to break hills consistently. And I think when you rotate on hills, you want to just push all players to one side. You really don't want to focus on, you know, pinching. I think when you break hills, though, that's when you want to pinch and you can spawn players out.
Yeah, absolutely. And as you can see here, top of the VFL scoreboard is Andex. He's quite new to the big stage. He's 6-6. You can see the pressure's not got to him too much. He's actually performing very well. And he's leading his team right now with 32-19 with only 20 seconds left on this hard point. When is the rotation, you know, when would you rotate on this kind of hill, Mr. X?
You know, VFL.Allstars with a lead, I'd like to see them rotate a little bit early. To be honest, they have some points to kind of throw away, so to speak, and they can really, you know, rack up tons of points in this next hill. This is going to be a huge battle. If Frito can win this, and he does, he's going to take out Peebo. He's going to get on that rotation, and right now, if they can get that hill down, they're going to be able to rack up tons of score. Simo, he's going to be pushing the back. He's going to get an assist, and they're going to be able to take that purple hill first, and this is going to be huge. It's going to be interesting to see if NXG can break this.
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, the rotation, it was just that one important kill we saw there by Frito. He got the rotation, he got the good spawns, and he's currently going off right now, and he can see player after player spawning in purple, whilst his team are racking up points and extending the lead now 51-36, and just dominating right now.
Right, and this is what I was talking about on the purple hill and green plat. If you can get an AR, maybe a BAL or an IMR over here, we see Clayster use the IMR a lot now. If you can get one of those AR players over in this area, you can really lock it down because there's only 2 lanes pretty much out in the open that they have to push to get towards those hills. It's extremely difficult. I'd like to see NXG Rapids try and pull out some stuns. I mean, Simo's out of ammo at this point. He's just going on a rampage. But his teammates in the hills don't even have to fight any battle. You saw the score. It's pretty much tied when we went into this hill. Now 80-36 in favor of VFL.Allstars.
Yeah, this is just like I said before the map. A lot of the EU teams really do generate a lot of points off that box room, if you like. But we're rotating now to the green ledge. This is something where NXG really kind of need to step it up, and Peebo is doing exactly that. He's in control of the hill now on his own, racking a few points up, and he's going to just shoot a teammate, unfortunately, there. But closing in by the VFL guys, and this could go in favor of them. It's going to be a strong battle, but Power is holding out strong.
Yeah, he's going to hold this one out, and he's going to try and take one player out. He does. See if they can rotate, and you're going to have Kolga. He's going to be running that AR on this hill for NXG, so it's a good adjustment by them. They were able to switch when they saw the players on VFL.Allstars bust out a BAL. They're going to adjust a little bit. They're going to make some time back here, but you'd like to see them get more. You know, they rotated early and had the hard point first, just got broken so easily again.
Yeah. Now, just kind of, I know KD isn't everything, but 16-9 by Frito. 17-9. He's actually on a 1 streak with 4 captures to his name. He's really turning up for his team at the VFL, and we see him on board with a 2-piece there, shortly going down by Simo, his own teammate.
You notice he's running no concussion or nades at all. He's going to run double EXO, and we see that a lot out of aggressive SMG slayers in North America. A lot of players like Karma run that double EXO ability. So very nice class setup. I think as the game progresses, we're going to see more and more EMPs and stun grenades of use. But at this stage in the game, nobody's really figured out how to use them very effectively.
Yeah, you're absolutely right. And as you can see here, he's kind of someone who's very confident in their gun skill and just puts everything, EXO ability. He doesn't need stuns, he doesn't need grenades or frags or anything like that. He's 20-12 right now, Frito is, and he's leading his team with 126-59. This extended lead is getting quite worrying for the guys here on NXG.
I would say, looking at the scoreboard, I would say the matchup that I'm looking at is Kolga versus Simo. Both of the players running those ARs for either team, and you're going to have Simo only a +3. It might not sound like a huge deal, but those 3 kills at range with a BAL could prevent somebody from pushing the hill and grabbing some time.
Yeah, absolutely. And just going into it, this is still in the hands of the Atlas team on the VFL.Allstars here. Fredo, Simo, Donny and Andex doing absolute work, extending the lead to 70 points. And as you can see, those canisters are absolutely deadly there. You could see they were kind of making a smoke screen, if you like.
It's interesting that you're going to see NXG, they rotate a little bit early. They didn't challenge that mid-biolab. And you see a ton of teams, they try and rotate to this, circle first hard point on the second rotation. And it never ends up working out because you always get pinched in there. It's impossible to get out. So they pretty much spawn themselves out by going that route. And it's going to be very difficult for them to come back. They can't afford to give VFL a lot of time here on this middle hill.
Yeah, this is the point where you see 5, 6, 7 players all in one position at the same time. And it kind of just becomes a bit of a free-for-all. But you can see the VFL boys are doing absolute work. Fredo still 24 and 17. Only teammate on FBFL to break 20 kills, but there is Forrest joining him. Now, just to let you guys know, Forrest, I believe, is playing under, I think it's Donny, is that right?
Yeah, that would be Donny.
Yeah, that's Donny. So Donny's kind of stepped it up a bit, joining his team Fredo here, again, 21 and 17. And that lead is getting bigger and bigger.
So, coming into this series, we said, we thought NXG Rapids was the favorite. I think they probably expected, to really kind of run away with this one as well. When you are a player on a team that's kind of favorited to win a match, and you're down by plus 100, I think that's a real big shock factor. It's going to be interesting to see if, VFL.Allstar holds on to win this first map if it carries over into that S&D on Detroit.
Yeah, absolutely. And as you said, being the favorite, I think Hardpoint and, on previous titles, obviously, it's that kind of game mode that, you'd expect the notoriously better Slayers to kind of win, and you'd expect to kind of take map one. Search and Destroy can be quite, flippant sometimes. Anyone can take Search and Destroy. But Hardpoint to take this for the guys on VFL is really, really, really strong for them. And they're over 100 ahead now, 206 to 82, jumping on board with Andex, doing absolute work for his team. He's got to take out one, get taken out by Jude there. He's really, really trying to stay in place for his team, and he's currently 26 and 26.
NXG really just has not won any engagements on the hill, and you can see they're kind of just pushing it one by one. They never have really, 2 or 3 people pushing the hill. You see, one player jump down into snow. You have another player, try and push from mid-bio. Nothing really together. And right now, all VFL has to do is just play for this next purple hill. You see 3 players from NXG set up in it. You're going to have Donny on your screen right now. He's going to try and put some shots in the window, not able to connect on those. Going to try and push around the back. Going to have to reload. Looks like he's going to be taken out. He's going to stay alive, and actually that's a shocking play that he's able to stay alive, take out power, see if Donny can push into the hill. There's going to be 2 players to his right going to be taken out. NXG doing a nice job holding this purple hill down right at the start.
Yeah, NXG have got quite a few points off this. You saw Donny pushing around the back there, almost going as a one-man team, and he just couldn't quite hack it. But Peebo stepping it up right now with the 2 PCs, coming back into the team. And this could be a very, very big comeback. But as I said before, this box room is something where, EU teams really kind of excel and are very good at defending.
He's absolutely crushing on that hill right now, but I think it's not going to be enough. Down 118 to 225, 2 hills left in the rotation after this. Just not enough time. And as I say, that VFL able to break that hill, and they're going to actually have it taken back, right back from NXG. So NXG trying their best to stay in the game. I think if they would have played the second rotation of hills like they did the first, it would have been a much closer game. Those first rotations of hills, they just gave away too much time over on this purple.
Yeah, and the thing that I like about the guys on the VFL.Allstars, there are obviously, KD is an issue, but there's no particular standout player. They're all pulling their own weight, whether they're new players, veterans, and you've got to remember here, Donny's not played for even over a year right now. He's come back, got an Xbox One in January, and he's doing this kind of stuff on the main stage, and that's incredible.
Yeah, but he's a veteran. You kind of expect that. In a big game, you expect those players to step up.
Yeah.
He has some teammates who are pretty new to this team. This is kind of their first big match. So as the leader, as the veteran, you have to come out and have a good first map. Because if you don't, then they all kind of look at you and they're already nervous. And if you're kind of nervous as well, that kind of dictates the pace for the rest of the team. So very big that Donny comes out and has a good first map.
And what a confidence boost this is. They're 2-4-3 to 1-4-1. This is closing out with only a minute to go. It is impossible for the guys on NXG to come back here. So VFL are going to take map number 1 in quite positive style there as well.
Oh yeah, that was a dominating map from VFL.Allstars. They just did everything right. On the hills that they needed to split time, they actually took more time. On the hills that you needed to take chunks of time, they rotated early, picked up those huge kills. Maybe we saw Fredo pick up huge kills on the first rotation of purple. They were able to rotate early, get those big kills to go in, and they're going to set themselves up with a 1-map lead here against NXG Rapids. And I think that kind of puts them behind the 8 ball. Coming in as the favorite, going into this next S&D Detroit. So they're really behind the 8 ball. If they lose that first round, you kind of have to think the mood in that booth starts to get a little bit sad, and everyone starts to get a little bit nervous, and you're going to have one of those players make a big play to kind of step it up.
Yeah.
But, looking around, do you think, Kolga and one of, maybe Power can make one of those plays?
I think they really need to, and I think obviously you said on the guys on NXG, they are a team of kind of more experienced players, and that's where Search and Destroy's been around for so long. Maybe that's their game mode that they need to come out hot. But going into Search and Destroy with a 1-0 lead, how much confidence does that give you? I mean, I've been there, you've been there. You can go and play with the confidence that you've just taken from obviously the rotation. But what a good comeback! They gave it their all. They're only